Hey there, it's Cynthia with BizGen, and I've been talking to a lot of you about this new software that's coming out. It's called RunClick. It's software that's created by Walt Bayliss, and he is one of my favorite software designers, and he has sold actually lots of copies of the old version of RunClick, and now he's launching this amazing new version. So as you can see, it launches in a little bit more than 14 hours. So I wanted to get this video out to you and tell you what it is, why you should buy it, and why you should buy it now, because he's going to only have this open for 5 days. He's doing a soft launch, and it's an incredible price. And then he's going to shut it down, and then he'll open it up a little bit later to the public at a much higher price. So now is the time, and here's what I wanted to tell you about the software. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how easy it is to be able to set up a webinar that can have an unlimited number of attendees, that is powered by Google Hangouts, and you can register every single person that attends. You can make them private, so you can have webinars that you have people pay to attend. There's all kinds of amazing things that this software does. So let me just get started. I just want to show you how simple it is to set up a webinar. You just go into your WordPress. It's a WordPress plugin, and hit login. Okay, and once you're logged in, the next thing you need to do is go to the plugin itself. Click this thing. It says RunClick. And I apologize for there might be a little bit of a hum. I actually couldn't find my normal headset, so apologize for that. Okay, so what you see next is in the upper right hand corner you're going to see a little green light. It says activated, and that means that I've installed my plugin. I've basically connected with the back office with the software and said, yes, I have a registered copy. So that's what that is. You always want to make sure that's on. If it's red light, you need to go look at how you installed it. So one of the things I am offering, we do have an installation package. If you go ahead and buy this software, my company BizGen has a special for installing it either on your server or on our server, whichever works for you. And you'll learn more about that as you go through the process after you purchase. Okay, so I'm going to show you just how simple it is. You go in, you create a new webinar. Okay? Now, you're going to see 4 buttons, and this is going to tell you a lot about how this system works. The first is a countdown button. So what it's going to do is it's going to have a landing page that has a countdown on it that tells people how long it is before your webinar begins. It's going to do days, hours, minutes, and seconds. Okay? Because sometimes you invite people to a webinar and you send them an email and they click that button and then they're just kind of, wait, how come it isn't starting? Well, that tells them exactly when it starts. There's a live setting, so when you're ready to go live with your webinar, just click live and it'll connect into Google with the Google app that's built into this system, and you'll be good to go. The third button is replay. I like this because say you do a webinar and it's not in somebody's time zone, and you're doing it here in the US, they're in India, you got a 12-hour time difference. They're not going to want to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning or something. So you can set the webinar to actually replay again. Okay? And the last one is close. Now, maybe you're wondering why you would do that. What I like about how he built this is that you have a webinar, and say you want to run that webinar every month or every 3 months or whatever you want to do. You can keep it in your library. You don't have to take the webinar down. You don't have to go file the video somewhere. You simply put it to closed, and then when you want to reopen it again, all you do is reopen it. Really, really, really simple. So the next button, new webinar, recorded webinar. This is kind of an interesting thing. You have the ability to play recorded webinars. So all you have to do is click between one or the other, and the system will automatically go and give you different options for the recorded webinar than it will for a new webinar. Okay? Layout. Your first thing to choose is your layout. Every single version comes with a default layout. If you want to have something that looks more professional, there's a package of 10 templates that you can purchase, and you can just go here to this button right here and click to purchase those templates. And actually in this 5-day period, those templates are more expensive than the software, because like I said, he's got a huge discount on this pre-launch. Okay, so then you click next, and I'm not going over all the features. I'm really just showing you how easy it is and how anybody can set up their own webinar in literally minutes. Okay, first thing you're going to do is put in your event details. So I've got an upcoming seminar called 60-Second Coach. So I'm going to use this software for that. So you just put in the title, and then you select the date, and it starts next week, Monday morning at 9 a.m. Done. And then you put in whatever your time zone is in the city that's closest to you. For me, it's San Francisco. So what happens with this is that when you look at the landing page and they get to that landing page, if you have a webinar that goes out to, you know, everybody in the world, you have people in Australia, you have people in Thailand, you have people in Japan that want to be part of this webinar, they'll be able to click on that link and find out immediately what time that webinar is held in their time zone. And believe me, after doing lots and lots of webinars for clients, this was the thing that I really disliked doing the most, was setting time zones for, you know, all of the different locations. So Walt's got this built into the system, and it's a really nice feature. The next thing is whether you're taking registrations or not. So I think that the one of the main values of this software is it allows you to grow your list, and it allows you to expand your reach globally as you're doing presentations, webinars, online meetings. So I actually don't see why you wouldn't be taking registrations, but clicking this does is it captures their name and their email, and from that, when they land on your page and they register with the default setting, it'll go straight into the plugin, and you'll be able to download that information for however you want to use it. Now, he's also built in, so that's the default setting I just explained, but he's built in access to a lot of other autoresponder systems: Aweber, Infusionsoft, SendReach, MailChimp. I've done tons of work personally with Infusionsoft, and the fact that he integrated that is amazing. I use GetResponse, which just for this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and just use the default to make it simpler. So I'm going to go ahead and use the default. The next setting is whether you want to have notifications sent. I love this. I love not having to worry again. Once I announce it and they register, the system automatically reminds them of the event. It just goes out, sends them a reminder. I can customize that reminder, but it's automated. I don't have to think about it again. I just show up and do the presentation. Okay? Turning on chat on the registration page. Now, this is an interesting little feature. Most people may not understand why or how to use it. On the registration page, there's a little toggle. If somebody has a question about your webinar, if somebody wants to, you know, ask you something before the webinar, if you turn chat on, basically they'll be able to do that in real time, right straight to you. If you have a paying webinar, really increases the attendance. So I'd recommend that if you do a paying webinar. Making a webinar public or private. What you may not think about with this is the first time that I know of that somebody has made it this simple for someone who, say, is a therapist or a counselor or, you know, facilitator, to have private recorded global webinars. It's unheard of, okay? That's what this allows you to do. Or if you, say, for example, you know, your company doesn't allow you to have any recorded information of your trainings. Again, this is how you handle that. You make it private, you invite who you invite, make sure that you've only accept registrations of people that you have invited, and you've got a private webinar. Okay? Alright, so moving on, we've got 3 more settings to do and then we're done. Next one is clock design. This is just different looks for the time clock. Alright, I'm just going to leave it on the circles. It'll do the day, hour, minute, and even second until your presentation. And here we got the we have the design for the registration page. So the template, the standard template is going to be this look right here. It's got your title header, the time frame, and then the registration. Okay. You can also choose to use this one, which will give you a background image that you can upload. Okay. So to upload, it's really simple. You go to Browse. I'm going to do 60-second coach, a little graphic I put together. Let's see, for the timer position, I'm going to go ahead and leave it on the top. And that's it. That's my setting for that. It's going to automatically pull that banner in and put it in the background. Okay, last section. All right, so the first one is enable a logo. You can add your custom logo. If you have, a logo, if you have any sort of branding that you want to have out there, click that button, select the logo, and again, it's going to pull it and place it on that landing page. Okay? If you don't have a logo, you can put in here, say for example, I want to do, my header, I want it to say 60-second coach. Okay? That's going to go right up on my landing page. This is how I control the style right down in here. I can adjust the font, the kind of the font, the size, the weight, all of that. I can even adjust the color. Okay, to adjust the color, I just go in here, click that button that he's got coded into there. Say I want to have a dark blue. I copy that, I paste it. That's it. I basically just did a custom header. Okay, text header. So I'm actually not going to use that. I'm going to go ahead and back that back out. Okay, and the very last thing I want to show you is enable social sharing. Okay, so like I said, most people are trying to grow their lists. They're trying to expand their reach. This is a wonderful tool to do it. On the registration page, it's going to say, do you want to have a Facebook, Twitter, or Google Plus notification that somebody can click that and immediately tell them about what you have going on. So I always use that. Okay, and then I'm just going to add my webinar. Okay, so then you see right here where it shows up. Here's my 60-second coach. It's a new webinar. I can come in here and I can view the webinar, which I'm going to go ahead and do. Show that to you real quick. Okay, and there you have it. Alright, so it's going to load the days. There we go. We got the hours, got the social, and the contact us. Okay, so here's the tweet, Facebook like, Google Plus One. Great way to go viral with your webinar. Here's the information on when the webinar begins. Here's where you check the time zone. Okay, so if you look at this, basically it's going to show the name of the webinar, and then it's also going to show here's the time zone, and then they can change the location for wherever they are. Coded right into the system. I love that. Okay. Next is the register now. Here's your full name, email, register button. Okay. And then there's the icon that I uploaded, the back, the image in the back. Contact us. I love this. Okay. All you do is type in your name, your information, and then it's going to get sent to you right away. You can't beat it. Okay, so a couple things I want to tell you. 5 days only. It starts on the 6th. So make sure that you take a look at that. Go to buy, run, click. Wait a minute, let me actually just bring that up. There we go. BuyRunClick.com. If you have any questions, feel free to call me or call one of our support techs. Just give us a holler. We will be doing installs. That's it. Hope you enjoy this. If you've always wanted your own webinar software that you own, that you manage, that you control, and have Google powering it, this is the software.